There is currently no test to screen women for ovarian cancer. Additionally, a new study is finding that many women mistakenly believe that Pap smears can detect it. We have insight from a doctor who shares how this misconception can put all women at risk.
Katia Lezen has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer twice. The first time when she was 46.
My kids at the time were 11, 15, and 17, and I was facing the very real possibility that I may not be able to see them into adulthood.
Ovarian cancer has a 50% survival rate over 5 years. If it's caught at stage 1, those odds improve to more than 90%. But a new nationwide survey found 7 in 10 women wrongly believe Pap smears test for ovarian cancer.
Pap smear screens for cervical cancer only.
Dr. Aoife Stitt says because guidelines now recommend Pap smears every 3 to 5 years, too many women skip annual checkups that could catch potential early symptoms of ovarian cancer, like pelvic pain, bloating, or low appetite.
By not being seen annually, we lose the opportunity to screen for some of these subtle presentations.
For those with family history, genetic testing can identify risk. Lezen carries the BRCA1 gene mutation that increases the chance of multiple cancers, including breast cancer. It's knowledge that can help with treatment and prevention.
I elected to have a prophylactic double mastectomy that was fully paid for by my insurance company because of my mutation.
More than 10 years after her first diagnosis, she is living proof you can survive ovarian cancer.
Let's arm ourselves with the right information and be proactive about our health before you get that call that says, I don't know how to tell you this.
She says all women should see their doctor every year. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Tennis Hall of Famer Chris Everett battled ovarian cancer. In January of 2022, she confirmed her stage 1 ovarian cancer diagnosis. As of January this year, she says she is cancer-free. She had 2 surgeries and 6 chemotherapy treatments. Everett says that she was able to catch it early by looking at her family history. Doctors detected a concerning variant of the BRCA gene, the same gene found in her sister Jeannie, who died of ovarian cancer.
Women that have BRCA or BRCA mutations in their family are very high risk for ovarian and breast cancers.
Well, doctors say you should not only know your family history, but also know the signs of ovarian cancer, which include abdominal or pelvic pain, bloating, eating troubles, and the frequent need to urinate. If you're experiencing any of these frequently, you do need to talk to your doctor. You know, so many serious sicknesses have regular, everyday kind of symptoms. So if you're finding that you're buying more over-the-counter drugs for pain or indigestion, it may be a sign of something more. A study found by Cancer Research UK examined the shopping habits of about 300 women. They found that women eventually diagnosed with ovarian cancer purchased more pain and indigestion medication in the months leading up to that cancer diagnosis, to alleviate early symptoms like stomach pain and bloating. Now, there is a link to certain careers and cancers. Researchers say women working for 10 years or more as like a hairdresser are 3 times more likely to be diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Women in construction carry a similar risk, and surprisingly, accountants also have about double the risk. According to a study in the Journal of Occupational and Environmental Medicine, these risks come with prolonged exposure of up to about 18 different agents, such as talcum powder, ammonia, and hydrogen peroxide. Eating ultra-processed foods may also be linked to an increased risk of developing cancer. Researchers in London found for every 10% increase of ultra-processed foods in a person's diet, there was a 6% increased risk of dying from cancer, with ovarian and breast cancers being the most common types. Now, some of you may be wondering, all right, what is considered an ultra-processed food? What does it mean? Well, let's take a look. If it is ultra-processed, it most likely has added ingredients like sugar, salt, fat, and artificial colorings. Manufacturers will extract substances from other foods and add those additives to make the ultra-processed foods. Some examples include, your sweet and salty snacks, corn chips, French fries, carrot cake, and store-bought cookies. Well, not only is what you eat a big part of lowering your risk, but so is exercise. Doctors even recommend cancer survivors to exercise before, during, and after their treatments. Doctors say it doesn't have to be specific or hardcore. It can be something as simple as walking. In fact, a group of cancer survivors walked together to take their mind off their treatment.
When you go through a diagnosis and a treatment and a lot of other things in your life, you don't always have control. So it's just something that we can do for ourselves.
The women have diagnoses ranging everything from ovarian cancer to breast cancer, but they make it a mission to uplift one another during the process. Doctors say breastfeeding can lower the risk of not developing breast cancer and ovarian cancer. According to the Ovarian Cancer Research Alliance, breastfeeding helps prevent ovarian cancer because it can delay ovulation. Researchers say extended breastfeeding can also significantly reduce the risk of ovarian cancer. A study showed that women who had 3 children and breastfed over 31 months were 91% less likely to develop ovarian cancer than women who breastfed for under 10 months' time. Now, while ovarian cancer does not have a specific test to identify it, breast cancer does. Doctors say women over 40 need to get their mammogram every single year. It used to be a screening every 2 years after you turned 50. The new recommendation helps combat the increase in younger women that are being diagnosed with breast cancer.